Yo, we got a pretty late trade recap. This is week 2 of June on Thursday. It's actually the 15th, Monday, so a whole week later, but it's all good. We're gonna discuss first of all why this is such an A plus sexy ass excuse me trade. Excuse me, and also the mistakes that I made during this trade. All right, so starting off, we're going to get into the bias for the day, or how we obtained our bias. So the confluences were, let's see, because I don't fully remember. I do not fully remember. Okay, so the first thing we got is a huge SMT right here on the daily, all right, or on the 4 hour, whatever, whichever one you want to call it, right? Whichever time frame you're looking at, it's pretty much the same thing. SMT on the daily. We are bouncing out of this daily fair value gap, okay? Bouncing out of a 4 hour, I'm sure, somewhere around here. This new week opening gap, maybe, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. What matters is we have an SMT here. We're starting to show signs of bullish pressure. Okay, looking at the hourly, we have a pretty clean V shape on the hourly. Before market opens, we actually sweep out London low, respecting this. Well, for one, respecting EQ of this range, and for two, bouncing out of this little tiny 1 hour for rally gap. If we go down to the 15-minute, it looks a bit cleaner. You can clearly see London low. Looks like a very, I love these type of lows, not those bullshit lows where it's like fucking like right here, it's on a bullish candle, it's just giving a low. I like these obvious ass lows, right? Look at that huge 15-minute wick. Beautiful. Bouncing out of this gap here. We also had like a 30-minute. So we had multiple time frame fair value gaps. Oh, that was a bad voice crack. Multiple time frame fair value gaps that were backing this reversal point up. And then we had that equilibrium getting hit, and we had low resistance to the upside. We had London high above, and then we kind of just had this 4 hour and hourly rejection block lining up on the same, literally to the same exact fucking, you know what I mean? I can't even think of the word, bro. It's late as shit and I'm tired. So, starting off at market open, start chopping up after sweeping London low and giving a pretty clean V shape. Start chopping up and generating some low resistance. Now, we do get a long. Well, technically, it really wasn't a long, but so at this point in time, we do kind of get this long. Now, I don't like it because, for one, we aren't really delivering out of anything here. I mean, yes, we did retest the hourly, the 15-minute, etc., whatever, but I didn't like this, especially coming in and looking at ES. If you look here, we come very, very close to sweeping out this low right there. Right, it's very close. So it's pretty obvious to me that we're at least going to sweep this out on ES and maybe generate an SMT on NQ, or who knows, we might just sweep it on both assets. So that's really what I was looking for. Also, just we kind of, for one, the wick that we generated up here prior to the entry, before this candle even closed, should have been a very clear sign to not take this, because it's very obviously generating liquidity, as well as we still have that open sell side from ES. So that's really what we got to pay attention and look out for. And yeah, I saw Dodgy said he didn't like this because you're going for a high that's protected, since we swept this high inside of that fair value gap. So I could also see that being the case. Wasn't really paying too much mind to that, just really paying attention to the sell side getting reswept, right? So now if we play this out, this does end up failing. We do end up going lower, and it's at this point in time where we generate the SMT. Okay, ES sweeps this low out, NQ does not. Very obvious, SMT. We actually do retest this hourly completely. Getting a call, just give me a moment. Yo, I'm gonna call you back in like 5 minutes or something. Hold up. Alright. Yeah, retest. Okay, there's the hourly that we retest, and here's the 15-minute that we retest. We don't need to really go over all that. I already went over that, so we should be good. But yeah, EQ, this range got hit. All the fair value gaps lined up. We have our higher time frame sweep. We also have confirmed manipulation leg, especially with that SMT. It's very obvious, right? And for me personally, where I went wrong was, well, I don't know. I guess I was just a lack of paying attention. But we presented this 1 minute, right? And this for sure should have been the entry. We have a very clean BPR entry. We have equal highs above. We have all the slow resistance. We have higher time frame low resistance, London high, and overall just a bullish bias. We've hit every single key level that we possibly can. Everything just lined up so perfectly, and that really should have been our entry, but I unfortunately did not take that. What I took was this. I settled for a later entry to be more confident, and I kind of have a bit of a reason as to why, so I'm gonna go into that and why I was a complete fucking dumbass. So I took my entry all the way up here. Almost got stop break even, but my entry saved me. So yeah, actually, oh, this was a story. Never mind. I don't know why. I don't think I meant to lie right there. I just said some shit. What the fuck? But dude, so what happened was I did my entry would have saved me from this break even, but dude, I didn't have my copy trader on. I wasn't trading from home where I usually am. I was out, wasn't at my place, so I was trading somewhere else. That could have been the reason, but also just the lack of fucking. It's not about me being in a different place. There's just this common sense to put my fucking copy trader on, and I didn't do that. And I was on Tradeovate, and so all the amount that I was supposed to risk to disperse across all of my accounts fucking went into one singular account. So basically I was up immediately, and I looked back and I was like, what the fuck? Left my trade, made the profit for the day. So I was actually out before this even hit TP. So I was like out around right there or something like that. It wasn't even a 1-to-1. But yeah, that was some crazy bullshit, man. Didn't take that across my accounts. If I did, most likely would have gotten break even though, so I can't complain too much. But I think my entry would have saved me. I don't know, because I don't ever go break even. I go like a couple points above it, like maybe 2-3 points above it. But yeah, that's that. And also I was on M and Q, so probably would have for sure gotten break even. But yeah, that's that. No, let me go back. This is where the entry was. But yeah, just to go a little bit deeper into that, I was not fully sold on this, and the reason as to why was because I was waiting for this to get reswept. I don't know why I did not have confidence that this SMT would hold. I felt like this was going to get a stop raid. If I would have just paid more attention and just see how clean ES looked. I mean, ES looked insanely bullish. This candle was, dude, this was all I needed to know to fucking enter longs. I don't know why I did not do that. That was some straight bullshit of me. But, it's all good. We still took our entry. We still made some profit. Made some mistakes, but we learned from them. Number one mistake, I would say, because it's the most easiest to fix and honestly should never happen, is that copy trading mistake. I just said I would call in a minute. What the fuck is he calling me for? But yeah, very stupid amateur mistake. Really gotta lock in on that. That is definitely the most disappointing by far. I will say, although this definitely should have been the entry, I'm not too disappointed in myself as compared to that mistake up here with the fucking trade copier. But yeah, definitely should have taken this. Everything hit. I don't know. I was just not on my A game today, but luckily I still took it. Very obvious, clean setup, and yeah. Just gonna go over this one more time. Let me look at the 5 minute actually and just see if there's anything I'm missing. So we got that low resistance. Yeah, just very, very bullish structure, man. Just super fucking A plus. 1 minute BPR entry. We had a CISD / break of structure as well. And equal highs, low resistance. Anything else I'm missing? Anything else? This trade didn't end up running because my final TP was set towards, or my final target I was trying to aim for was this. I missed out on this because I wasn't paying attention. TP had already hit and I was done. And I was looking to take this on my accounts that I did not enter on because my fucked up copy trader. It wasn't really fucked up. It was just I was being a dumbass. Yeah, I was looking to take something right here, I think off of this, and that shit just delivered without me because I wasn't prepared to take that. But yeah, once we hit that rejection block, we did end up getting some shorts. 2-minute short, I believe. I didn't really take this. I didn't like it. We had an unfilled 15-minute that I would have went break even at. Unfilled 5-minute down here, and then the 15-minute would have gotten generated later. But yeah, pretty alright trade. I don't know if I would have taken that. I don't typically trade rejection blocks. Purely, I usually just add them as a confluence. For example, for instance, this SMT was also just a rejection block right there, okay? And we hit the OTE zone of this 5-minute rejection wick, and yeah, right in the middle. I don't really do this. This is more for precise entries. I'm not even considering myself to use this like the way it's supposed to be used with the fib, or in my case, it's the GAN box, not the fib. But yeah, honestly, you could really just look at it like this. Just mark that the body close and the body open, right? And use that as your rejection wick. I guess this is just more for precise entries and whatnot, but yeah, I don't really trade off those, so that's why I didn't really see any setups up here. Plus, I don't know, I wouldn't really. Yeah, all DOOs for me in my case have been hit. I don't think this is a bad play. Right here, we tap into a 5-minute. Alright, tap into that 5-minute, and then we get this 1-minute short. This 1-minute gets respected, and then it gets inverse later on with some decent low resistance right there. This low here, but like I said, it's nothing 2A plus. Maybe a good eval play or whatnot, but definitely would have got break even on this chop right there. But yeah, overall, very solid ass day. Super fucking simple bias. Alright, everything played out literally perfectly. Could not be better. Alright, literally nothing could be better. You got the EQ being tapped, the 50% mark discount, whatever you want to call it, getting respected. All the fair value gaps getting hit. We got hard time frame liquidity sweep, SMT, A plus entry model, A plus break even point, and targets. Everything was absolute perfection. So great trade. Happy I didn't completely miss out on it, but yeah, still lots to improve on my performance. So yeah. No trades today. Today was pretty mid. I would go over it, but I need to get to bed, and I can just save that for like the fucking week recap. So anyways, that's gonna be it, and I'm out. Peace.